Hello and welcome to Studio 415. On today's show, you'll get to hear from the newly named principal of CHS about his plans for next year.
You'll see what the Fort Wayne Farmers Market has to offer.
And you'll hear an update on the girls lacrosse and rugby teams.
All of that and more coming up next.
I allow myself to figure out what's best for the kids in that situation.
Excited, but at the same time, a little nervous. It's a big role, it's a big position.
We have a stick, which is very different than most, and a ball that's really tiny.
Welcome to Studio 415. I'm Lennon Ormiston.
And I'm Zoe Garwood. For the past 6 years, Brandon Bidding has served as CHS Principal, overseeing many changes. But starting this fall, he'll be taking up the new position within NACS.
Studio 415 reporter Evan Schatz reveals the new person taking on the role of CHS Principal and what their plan is to help life at Carroll move along nicely.
Coming off the announcement of Principal Brandon Bidding's promotion to Chief Operations Officer, many students around Carroll High School were eager to see who would succeed the principal of the past half-dozen years. Through different interviews, many different candidates were questioned on their abilities, ethics, and visions for the position and CHS. And on Monday, April 11th, the waiting was put to rest when first-year Assistant Principal Cleve Million was announced to be Bidding's successor.
Mr. Million did a nice job in articulating kind of his vision and kind of what he would offer to Carroll High School. And so I think there's a lot of good qualities there.
Before his lone year at CHS, Million spent his former years in various Fort Wayne community schools, starting as a guidance counselor before being promoted to Director of Guidance at Northrop High School, becoming Assistant Principal at Northrop soon after. His latest destination led him right here to Carroll High School, where much of his past experience followed him along the way. Million explains how a lot of these experiences helped him learn the environment at Carroll.
Some of those things followed me, and then also teacher evaluations, leading professional learning and professional development. So there's been a lot of incremental steps along the way to kind of guide along this way.
In terms of the different policies and curriculums at Carroll, Million believes that there are many different traditions that help students and teachers change and become better people in the community. Some policies get reevaluated every year with time, as students themselves change with them, with some policies being kept to keep those traditions alive. But for now, he claims that there are no real changes that he is planning to make. Another job for Million as principal is to collaborate with the different department chairs. Million claims that they are in the position they are in because of their expertise and experience in that field. He even adds that while he oversees all the different chairs and what they do, he believes he also has a role to be there for support.
My job is really just to rally around them, to get us all centered on the same page as far as what does good instruction look like, what does good formative evaluation, as far as an assessment goes for students, what does that look like, and kind of bringing some of those together.
But every school is not complete without the presence of its students. One way Million touches on to monitor students and what their interests are is to evaluate the diversity of the school itself, ranging from classes to clubs to sports teams. Some of the ways to oversee different progress and life in the halls is to be present in the classrooms and to even establish a teacher panel so that teachers' concerns could be heard and different things can be sorted out. As for knowing the students more personally, Million shares his little rule of thumb and how he can do just that.
Keep kids first. Keep kids first. That's why we're here. We're here for the kids. One of the things Dr. Yeager and Dr. Shamanoff have both said is don't allow yourself to get stuck in an office or chained to a desk. Get in the classroom, be in the halls, be in those. And I think those are keys because for me personally, if I'm starting to feel confined, I got to get out and be with kids and be in the classroom, at lunch, being available and visible in the hallways, that kind of thing.
While Million is excited with caution as he begins to take up Bidding's role for next fall, you can always visit him anytime wherever he can be found and give him some words of encouragement, as it is one of the ways he can get to better know each and every one of us. As for Principal Bidding, if you ever see him around too, make sure to wish him some luck on his future endeavors as well. For Studio 415, I'm Evan Schatz.
After more than 17 years at NACS, Carroll High School digital design teacher Jeremy McFarren is leaving CHS to pursue a new opportunity.
In my story, you'll learn more about McFarren's passion for teaching and where he will be as he continues to educate artists. In 2005, Carroll High School is in the midst of transforming itself from a small farm school into what it is today. During this time, NACS was hiring many new teachers in order to expand beyond core academic classes. One area that began to grow during this time was the Fine Arts Department. Longtime CHS teacher Jeremy McFarren was hired as just the 4th art teacher inside the school and has been educating students ever since. During his 17 years at Carroll, McFarren has taught a variety of art classes, ranging from drawing to visual storytelling. But McFarren is most well known in the school for his passion and teaching of digital design. Teaching multiple levels of the class and sponsoring the Graphic Design Club are just some of the ways that McFarren has used his art skills to strengthen the talents of his students. His uplifting attitude and creative abilities have impacted students and teachers alike. Junior Caitlin Goley says that McFarren's individualized classes are a large part of what makes him unique.
He teaches in a way that it's catered to the student, and just him as a person, he's very personal, and he takes the time to get to know you and learn more about you, which I feel like a lot of teachers don't exactly do.
McFarren and his coworkers have gotten to witness large amounts of change in the art department over the last 17 years, both on a personal level and within the program itself. CHS Art Teacher Jamie Bauer says that McFarren has helped her to cherish each moment.
I've learned a lot from Mr. McFarren over the 5 years that we've been teaching together. I guess more than anything is to look at the broader picture. And to take a step back and appreciate how far we've come.
Although McFarren has been a large part of the Fine Arts Department at CHS, he has accepted an opportunity to use his talents in a new way. AmpLab, a brand new Fort Wayne community school, will be McFarren's new home for the foreseeable future. Opening in the 2022-2023 school year, AmpLab at Electric Works is a creative entrepreneurship school for 11th and 12th grade students. Similar to the Anthus program here at Carroll, students who attend AmpLab will spend part of their school day applying their talents in real-world scenarios. With courses ranging from science to digital arts, AmpLab will give Fort Wayne community students more freedom to solve problems creatively. McFarren will be taking on the role of creative skills coach at the brand new school, but building a foundation of originality among students remains his top priority.
You have to find what gets you up in the morning and what inspires you and what is your weird, because that thing is the thing that's going to make you you as a person.
If you want to wish Mr. McFarren good luck before he leaves at the end of the year, you can visit him in room 124. For Studio 415, I'm Zoe Garwood. Most people have heard of the downtown farmers market that runs outside during the summertime, but only some know about the new indoor location for the colder months.
Studio 415 reporter Etta Horton joins us in the studio with this story.
Thanks, guys. In my story, I found out more about what the experience is like of visiting the farmers market, as well as how some Carroll students are involved. Food, crafts, plants, jewelry, and clothes are just some of the many things that you can find at downtown Fort Wayne's farmers market. Open year-round in various locations around downtown, the farmers market is a fun place to visit and has something to offer for everyone. Just this year, a new location called the YLNI Farmers Market opened. Located on Pearl Street, what used to be an old bread factory has now transformed into a community farmers market. Benefits to this new location include plenty of space for shoppers and vendors, heat and indoor protection from the winter temperatures, and a good use of space for what used to be a vacant building. For many, the farmers market is an opportunity to connect with members of the community, all while supporting small businesses and shopping local. Senior Kaylee Martinez shares why she enjoys going to the farmers market and what her experience has been like shopping there.
I go to the farmers market to see what the community offers. They do bring a wide variety of a bunch of crafts that they do make. Like there's some that I don't even know, like they're crazy, like things that they make out of wood. People crochet, I crochet myself, so I find that as a way for me to connect with other people that we have the same creations.
Senior Abigail Carlin also shares how the farmers market has impacted her and why she continues to come back. She says that seeing all of the creativity of the community as well as the diversity there is truly inspiring to her.
There's a lot of things to offer and a lot of different people and places represented there, and I just think that in and of itself is a really beautiful experience.
Carroll students aren't just involved with the farmers market by shopping there. Some spend their time behind the booth vendoring for their small business. One of these students is junior Bella Hilaski. Bella works at the farmers market during the summer to help her sister with her small business. Bella says that she has really enjoyed the experience of vendoring and likes the overall atmosphere of the farmers market.
My favorite part would honestly just going to all of the different other shops that they have, and just being there. Since I'm there for the whole time, I get to see like just a bunch of different types of people, and a lot of people actually bring their dogs, so that's pretty cool to see.
If you'd like to visit the farmers market to see what they have to offer, they're open every Saturday 9 to 1. For Studio 415, I'm Etta Horton.
Patrick Wargo and Allie Butts are still searching for some common sense, but this week they go looking for it in the cafeteria.
Patrick is asking students if they will buy his Lego and what started World War I. Here's Commons Questions.
Patrick, what are you doing? We have to film Commons Questions.
Welcome back to Commons Questions. My name is Patrick Wargo. Let's get into it. Legitimate question right here. How much would you pay for this vintage 1998 purple discontinued Lego brick?
At least like $400.
Do you have $400 on you right now?
Not right now.
A cent, but what are you wearing?
Oh, this? Oh yeah, I just threw it together, just real fast.
You do you, man.
Yeah, you'll get the purple Lego brick.
Probably not.
No, probably not. So you lied on live TV, on the camera right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Leave. Commons Questions is now shifting into cafeteria questions. No one is safe. Pull you aside for a second.
May I ask?
No.
Okay.
So, can you tell me, why did World War I start?
It's probably over a slice of pizza.
Over a slice of pizza? What type of pizza?
World War I? Brad, they killed my boy Martin Luther King. What you talking about?
Probably just the basic cheese, I would guess.
Not worth, gotta say.
No?
Not worth. Not a basic cheese slice of pizza.
What would you go to World War I over?
I had no idea, Brad.
Just give it a good guess.
Answer the question, bro. You don't even know. Why are you speaking to me?
I do know.
I know they assassinated that one guy.
They assassinated that one guy.
I forget.
Wasn't that like JFK?
What?
They assassinated JFK. That's why World War I started. Thank you guys so much. I don't know. It's gotta have more toppings than that. Like maybe a pepperoni sausage, maybe a little bit of.
And sausage? Both?
Yeah, both.
Because slaves.
Thank you so much, man.
Inflation?
Inflation? Okay, thank you. No, that's dead wrong.
That's dead wrong.
Archduke Ferdinand.
What happened to him?
I don't know, he got pulled up on.
That is right. He got it right. The first one to get it right. Good job. History buff, right there. Tell me, what is the worst holiday and why?
Halloween.
Why?
It's creepy.
It's spooky.
St. Patrick's Day.
Why?
I'd say Christmas, because
Christmas, wow. Controversial pick.
I'm Muslim. I don't celebrate.
Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense.
Oh, because it's just boring.
Okay, wrong answer. The only wrong answer on this question. I need to get out of this line.
Probably like Valentine's Day.
Why?
I get no girls.
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day.
And it makes me mad when I don't get any presents, and then I see all the like the Christian people get all the coolest stuff in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day. What are we celebrating?
Nothing.
I can't take it anymore. I'm at my breaking point. Too much disrespect for St. Patrick's Day. How much would you pay for this vintage purple Lego brick?
Oh my God, does it have the Lego logo on it?
No. Wait.
So like 5 cents.
5 cents?
Yeah.
Pay 1,000.
1,000? Pay it right now.
I have a 10. My grandma.
Do you want it for $10? Can you not snap it?
Right here.
$10?
Yeah.
I sold the Lego brick for $10. Everything I told whoever I sold it was a complete lie. I found it in the CHS parking lot. I'm $10 richer. Stay broke. Stay on the grind. This fine young lady right here made the stuff I'm wearing right now. Except the shoes. She didn't make the shoes. She bought them at Amazon. They smell really bad, by the way. But yeah, any comments on what you made?
I made you look good.
That's true.
He looks bad every other day, and I thought I'd make him look good at least once in his life.
Yeah. This has been Patrick Wargo for Commons Questions. Remember to keep leaving your suggestions down in the description. Back to you guys in the studio.
Carroll High School boasts a large collection of media outlets, such as the yearbook, the athletic live stream, and the Charger Online.
Studio 415 reporter Stella Brewer-Vartanian joins us with one way that the Charger Online is diversifying its audience.
The Charger Online podcast started in January of 2020 and features members of the newspaper staff speaking on a wide variety of subjects, including comedy, true crime, and student life. Released once a month, the episodes of the Charger Online podcast tend to be 25 minutes long, but they can sometimes reach an hour in length. The episodes feature a wide variety of content, such as interviews with teachers and students, and discussions on world events and popular culture. Production of the podcast slowed when the COVID-19 pandemic led to Carroll High School being shut down on March 13, 2020. But as in-person learning returns, so is the Charger Online podcast. In its description on Spotify, the podcast states that it seeks to tell the story of our school and what it means to be a member of our community. The podcast is also sponsored by Hoffman Organics, an Indiana-based farm that produces organic meat. Episode creator and features editor Peyton Holsworth says that the podcast has given her new openings to experiment and create.
It's really fun. It's like an opportunity that I never really thought I would be able to have. It was just like something random that came into my life, and it's just a really fun opportunity.
Holsworth also says that her favorite part of recording the podcast is the conversations and connections it creates.
My favorite part of being on the podcast is just getting like the whole producing experience, I guess, and it's fun to be like doing something that's kind of like professional, and it's just a really good time hanging out with people and getting to talk to them about like unique things.
Episodes of the Charger Online podcast are hosted on Spotify and the Charger Online website. With Studio 415, I'm Stella Brewer-Vartanian.
With no opportunity to play lacrosse at Carroll, many girls are forced to join the club team at Leo.
In my story, I explain who this team is and why not many students may know about them. Carroll High School, like many other schools in the nation, has a variety of sports. Many of these sports play directly for the school. However, in some cases, there are club teams. One of these sports is lacrosse. Although unlike the CHS Boys Lacrosse Club team, Carroll does not have a girls lacrosse team. Many CHS girls will find outlets to continue to play their sport. In this case, some of these students play on Leo's club lacrosse team. Many of the Carroll members on the team found out about the sport through other friends. The team has played decently throughout the season when winning games. However, the season has also come with many challenges and difficulties. Carroll sophomore Sienna Williams explains that even with these challenges and difficulties, the season has still been good.
This season hasn't been the best. We've had a lot of canceled games due to refs and teams not being able to play. But other than that, our team is good. We have a lot of new girls compared to last year, which is also good.
Overall, the team believes that there have been a multitude of benefits and good impacts that have come when playing lacrosse, such as creating a good mental mindset, forming new connections and friendships, as well as keeping the team active and healthy. Leo sophomore Anna Heath believes that she has benefited a lot from playing on this team.
I've learned to have a stronger mental game, and I've learned that working as a team is way more effective than just going out there and playing for yourself.
Although many girls at CHS who desire to play lacrosse have found their outlet to continue, many believe that if Carroll were to start their own team, it would be much more beneficial. Carroll sophomore Dakota Hudson explains why she believes having a Carroll team would be great.
I think that would be great because it would give us more teams to play locally because there's only 2 as of right now, and it would also just make it easier for us so we don't have to travel so far.
Similar to Hudson's thoughts, Williams also believes that creating a team at CHS would ultimately benefit Carroll as well as other local teams.
I think it would be amazing if they could start a program because then it would provide more schools around us to play. Because as of right now, it's just Homestead and Leo that has a team, so it would make it more home games than away.
Even with the challenges of having a shortage on referees, a lack of teams to play, as well as CHS girls winning their own program at Carroll, the team ultimately appreciates the connection that has been created between them all because of this sport.
I like it because it gives me a chance to have a relationship with people that I don't see every single day, and the Carroll girls are pretty nice. All the Leo girls are really nice, and our coaches are amazing, so I just like coming out here every day and being able to connect with new people, different people than I see every day at school.
I mean, I don't think it's that different. You get to build new relationships with a bunch of new people that you don't regularly see on a daily basis like you would at a school sport.
With their season having ended last Saturday, the Carroll and Leo girls are excited to see what next season has to offer. For Studio 415, I'm Leonard Ormiston. The team may be called Carroll Rugby, but the players are far from several area schools.
Studio 415 reporter Jana Berry brings us the story of the girls rugby players and the hard work that goes into this sport.
Youth rugby in Indiana was inaugurated in 1990 with the formation of a 4-league team in Indianapolis. But since it has grown, there are around 1,065 boys and girls teams in Indiana alone. Their coach, Chris Carroll, explains how the game of rugby is played.
So rugby is a continuous movement sport. So just because somebody gets tackled doesn't mean that the play is over. It keeps going, so the ball gets recycled, it's still playable. It's 2 30-minute halves at the high school level. It is full contact, but it is not a collision sport like you would think of with football.
Players for the team not only come from Carroll, but from Bishop Dwenger and Columbia City as well, which makes this team a club sport. Their games began in March and will carry out until mid-May, which includes a game today at 6 p.m. at Warsaw High School. Though they do work hard to add diversity to their sport and spend much time doing harsh conditioning, sophomore Amina Hoskic feels as though they go unrecognized.
I don't think rugby gets as much recognition as other sports at Carroll just because it's not a Carroll sports team, it's a club team, and it's not really ran through the school or funded by the school because it was way too aggressive.
While rugby is considered a very dangerous and intimidating sport, oftentimes played by boys, this girls' team makes it a point to show off their strength and tough attitude, proving to others their dedication to the sport.
In rugby, you have to count on your team and on your teammates, and it's all about trust within your team and within your coaches as well to train you the way they think that you should be trained.
If you would like to come and watch one of their games, they will be playing today at Warsaw High School at 6. For Studio 415, I'm Jana Berry.
That's all we have today. Thanks for watching.
If you missed your idea, please let us know.
For all of us here at Studio 415, have a great day, Carroll.
Sunny days and friendly smiles, walk the halls with me.